I think that's it. Good evening, and welcome to Moments with Mary on this Monday evening. It is a momentous Monday because it's the eve of a national voting day. So go vote, because voting matters. If you're voting in person, get there early and be patient. Plan to follow safety precautions and use PPEs. Take a snack, some water, and reading materials, and be prepared to stand in line. I want to continue to express sincere gratitude for all healthcare workers and essential workers for taking care of us. Also, don't forget to offer a special thanks to our farmers for the food we eat. So today I want to share a special piece about Fannie Lou Hamer, a civil rights pioneer who fought for the rights for us to vote. So Fannie Lou Hamer was a renowned civil rights activist. Fannie was an acclaimed servant leadership in her quest for justice and equality for African Americans in the southern United States. Born in 1917 in Montgomery County, Mississippi, Mrs. Hamer was the daughter of sharecroppers. She began working in the fields at an early age, as her family's financial struggles often led to insufficient food. Even after getting married in 1944, Mrs. Hamer continued to work hard, but profited just enough to get by. In 1962, however, while attending a mass meeting at a local church, Mrs. Hamer had a life-changing epiphany or revelation. During this meeting, she learned that voting was a constitutional right that should be equally extended to all citizens of the United States, including African Americans. Subsequently, she became a powerful civil rights activist. Mrs. Hamer worked with the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, SNCC, an interracial civil rights organization, along with other civil rights activist groups, to end Mississippi's custom of sending only Caucasians to the Democratic National Convention. Mrs. Hamer assisted with the founding of the Mississippi Freedom Party. Mrs. Hamer passionately worked with other members to increase voter registration for African Americans and to make the Democratic Party practice inclusiveness, especially with African American representation. In 1964, Mrs. Hamer spoke in Atlantic City, New Jersey, recounting the abuses she endured because of her mission. This included having her life and the lives of her loved ones targeted by being brutally beaten by police and having as many as 16 bullets sprayed into a house she was visiting. Nonetheless, Mrs. Hamer remained resolute to continue her fight as she continued to encourage others to exercise their own voting rights and not sit idly by expecting change to come through prayer alone. Mrs. Hamer died in 1977, having successfully assisted with bringing national attention to civil rights struggles in Mississippi. Although unsuccessful in her bid, Mrs. Hamer also ran for Congress in Mississippi. Despite the gigantic demands of her party, of her primary mission, Mrs. Hamer also founded organizations to promote minority business opportunities and to provide child care and other family services. Her legacy of activism and service, in her own words, is enshrined on her tombstone. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Mrs. Hamer, a fighter for the rights and justice for all. Vote. I want to thank you for listening and ask you to do a bit more research on Fannie Lou Hamer. And if you find information that I've not found, send it to me and I'll share it. There is a strolling movement. So on tomorrow, stroll to the polls. Tomorrow is November the 3rd, 2020. The polls will be open from 7 to 7. So go and be patient. Don't get disgusted and not vote. Get in line and vote. I want you to also to continue to pray for my mother. Mask, social distance, pray for peace and justice, speak up with dignity. And again, thank you for watching and listening. Again, stroll to the polls, vote. I love you, and we'll see you next week. Thanks again for listening.